Now, for most of you that don't know already, I don't make my living off of YouTube. They definitely don't pay me enough money to live. But I do make my living as a real estate investor. And as a real estate investor, one of the hardest things to do is find leads. There is a ton of different ways that you can find leads, but finding a lead source that works for you can be kind of tough, especially when getting started. So Ispeed Lead reached out to me and asked me if I would give them a shout out. And I let them know I don't do that kind of stuff. If I'm going to put anything on my channel or recommend anything, I have to use it. Funny thing is they probably didn't know that I actually used Ispeed Lead before they reached out to me. And they also give me some free credits in order to try it out again and see how it worked. And they specifically gave me instructions on not to buy any of the cheap leads. So they gave me 5 free credits to where I could buy any lead that I wanted, and it was gonna give me like 99% off. So $300 lead would cost me like $3. So I went ahead and I purchased 5 leads, and I'm gonna let you know exactly what the results were from that and how much money I made, and also is it even worth using ispeedlead.com. So I went on there and I purchased 5 leads in a few different areas. 2 of them were in Gastonia, North Carolina. One was in Salisbury, North Carolina. Another one was in, I think, Cherryville, and another one in Tampa, Florida. So what is Ispeed Lead and how do they find leads? So what they do is they run nationwide pay-per-click campaigns. They run them on Facebook, they run them on Google, they run them any type of internet advertising. So what they do is they put all their money up, they do all the hard work as far as pay-per-click goes, and they find these people through their ads. They pay a lot of money, they set it up, it's been set up for a while now, and they draw in people. And then when those leads come in, they put it up on a board, and anybody that has access to the platform is able to go in there and actually purchase the lead. If you are first to purchase the lead, you get exclusive rights to actually talk to that person before their information goes public again and other people can buy it. Which I think is pretty cool, because if everybody was going in there and just buying the lead at the same time and everybody's contacting them at the same time, I don't think there would be any success in it. So definitely a positive aspect there. You do have the ability to also automatically buy leads in bulk. I saw that in there. A few of the leads were unavailable because other people had already automatically purchased them. And when you do buy in bulk or do the auto buying, I know that you do get a discount on it. If you don't already know, PPC marketing is extremely expensive. It's extremely expensive, it's hard, and it also takes a lot of time in order for you to get any good quality leads out of it. And the reason why I say that is that I know a lot of guys that do PPC, and usually you're gonna spend money for about 6 months before you see any type of results. So it's definitely not something that you could just dump money into it right now and you're gonna pull out a bunch of leads out of nowhere. It doesn't work that way. It's gonna take at least 6 months. You're gonna spend probably about $5,000 to $10,000, and you're not gonna see any results, for quite a while. And then when you start seeing results, the results will just trickle in slowly but surely. Since they do all the heavy lifting and you don't have to do anything for it, you're gonna buy these leads directly from them. Now, these leads are not cheap by any means. If you're gonna buy a fresh new lead, you're gonna be spending anywhere from $250 to about $400 per lead. Which is, in my opinion, that's actually a decent price, because if you think about spending $10,000 in marketing and you're not gonna get any results for 6 months, but you can spend $10,000 with them and you're probably gonna see results almost immediately. That's a big selling point that I think appeals to a lot of investors that just don't have the time or the knowledge in order to start a PPC campaign. I myself don't do any PPC because I have other lead sources that work better for me, but definitely if you're trying to get into PPC, Ispeed Lead is definitely the way to go. So what were the results as far as what I got from Ispeed Lead? So they gave me a couple of deal credits and I was able to purchase 5 leads. So definitely this is a sponsored video, I guess. But this is my true and honest opinion of their service. I don't advertise anything unless I use it. So here's what it is. So out of the 5 leads that I got, 2 of them were listed on the MLS, which I thought was total junk. I was pretty upset about it because I was like, one of their guarantees is that they make sure that they vet every single lead that comes in and make sure that it's not listed on the MLS. But I did reach out to their support team and they went and they refunded me back the 2 that were on the MLS, which I thought was fantastic, because if you would have spent $600 to buy those 2 leads, then you're gonna want your money back, because you could have just gone on Zillow and contacted them. So I thought that was awesome on their part, that they were able to really stand by what they believe in, and they refunded me back that money. Now the other 3 that I got, one of them was just some guy was trying to sell $1 million home for like $800,000, which doesn't make sense from an investment point of view. Maybe if I was gonna live there, which I still wouldn't have lived there, it might have made sense, but you know, that's another story. That's not their fault, you know, that's just the nature of the beast. The other 2, one of them said that they weren't interested in selling, and the other one just wouldn't pick up the phone for nothing in the world. Been contacting them for about 3 weeks. I have not gotten anything. So from a money perspective, I technically, if I was using money out of my own pocket, I spent $1,000 and I didn't really get a deal. What does this tell you about the service? Well, the service works. Definitely their leads that are generated, they are high quality leads. You know, you're not gonna really find these leads elsewhere unless you're directly marketing to those people. What would I do differently is that a lot of the areas that I did hit were somewhat rural areas. I only got 1 lead in 1 major city. The other 4 leads were outside of the major metro areas. So I would say using their service for outside the major metro areas might be a little too costly, but if you're gonna hit an area like Charlotte, North Carolina, Miami, Florida, Tampa, Florida, you know, those are really good areas that you might produce really high quality leads, because PPC works best in those areas. But when you start getting, you know, out to the country areas or outside the major metro areas, I felt like I didn't really get what I wanted. The 2 leads that I actually talked to, the lady that said that she wasn't interested, like, what I wanted a lead in the center of the city, and instead I got it way out in the country where I don't even buy anything. But I still try to work the deal, because I would have, you know, tried to make the deal happen. So I don't think that that's an issue of the actual service. I think that's just location based. That's, you know, kind of what you're gonna get. So if you have an area that's a small town with a lot of country, like some of the areas that I invest in, I wouldn't use Ispeed to lead, or I wouldn't use PPC in general, just because the quality of leads that you're gonna get is gonna be mostly junk. But in major metro areas, if you're looking for an easy way to get into PPC, definitely Ispeed to lead is worth the money. Because if I would have spent $1,000 in Charlotte, which there was no leads available at the time that I was buying, I probably could have produced a really good deal out of it. But since I didn't have any leads available at the moment, somebody had went and purchased all the leads on their auto buying, and I didn't have any other major metro area that I am currently investing in that I could have hit. I just chose the outskirts, and I chose Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida, there was quite a few. That one that was on the MLS in Tampa, Florida was just, I was like, man, you guys are looking for buyers in the wrong place. They literally are typing in "sell my house fast" on Google, and you know, Ispeed to lead is paying for those. So when you look at it, they're trying to give you the better quality leads, because if you are actually running a PPC campaign, you're gonna have to pay for those guys that, even though they're listed on the MLS and they search for "sell my house fast" and clicked on it, you're probably gonna pay like $150 for that person clicking on your link. So I mean, in all reality, you're letting Ispeed to lead take all the hits as far as bad leads, and they're providing you with high quality leads that you could probably convert. Should you use Ispeed to lead? My answer to that is yes, definitely do use it. It is worth the money. Even though you're paying like $200-300 for a lead, you have to think about the benefits that you're getting, as far as not having to set up PPC marketing, not having to hire somebody, not having to educate yourself, not having to deal with the bad leads, such as people that are listed on the MLS, or just random people just asking for information. You gotta pay for those too. You definitely do get the value from Ispeed to lead. My opinion, of course. There's others out there that may differ from that opinion, but I do know a lot of investors that do pay for PPC ads, and they will tell you PPC is not for the faint-hearted. That's why I really don't do PPC. But if I'm gonna buy any leads, I'll get it from Ispeed Lead. If you're interested in signing up to Ispeed Lead, link is down in the description of this video. It is an affiliate link for me. Help me support this channel, trying to, you know, do more videos and definitely give you guys the most value that I possibly can. So I hope that this cleared up what Ispeed Lead is and gave you an option if you're just getting into real estate investing to generate leads quickly without having to go through all the hard stuff of actually setting up PPC leads or sending mail or doing any other type of advertising. You can just log in, click of a button, buy a lead, and boom, you're off to the races in buying houses. So I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys found this video informative. If you did, you know, like and subscribe down below. If not, give me a thumbs down. Tell me how much I suck in the comments. And I appreciate all of your feedback. So thank you guys so much, and see you guys on the next video.